When it was launched in 2020 as a 2021 model year for the US market, the GP3 was probably the coolest Mini you could ever want. 3,000 units were available globally. It came with 301 horsepower, 331 torque, and an 8-speed automatic transmission. Now yes, there were purists out there who wanted the car with a manual gearbox. BMW and Mini, in their infinite wisdom, decided that it needed the 8-speed automatic, largely due to the increased top speed of 165 miles per hour and the increased torque. Along with all that, they didn't think a manual gearbox could easily handle this. And for that matter, they also didn't think that the average consumer who was going to buy this car probably couldn't handle it either. That being said, it is a unique car. 3,000 of them were made globally, and not very many are available in the US market. So with that in mind, this is going to be probably the easiest car to find for the dream garage. And if you're looking for one, there are currently only 2 available in the US market. And yes, this video is sponsored by outmotoring.com, so if you're curious about parts that you might want to upgrade your Mini, or even improve the reliability of it, or replace parts that are worn out, check them out, see what they have. But let's dive in. So as you can see, I have Carvana pulled up, and I have a 2021 Jcw Gp hardtop. This is probably the cheapest one you can find out there. It is $31,990. And yes, it has 69,000 miles. So as far as mileage goes, it is probably one of the higher mileage cars on the market. But that's not necessarily a bad thing, as I've proven by my JCW, which currently has 127,000 miles. The car looks pretty good overall. A full 360 walk around looks good. There's some warnings about some things, collision detection. I don't know if that means it had a collision or... Oh no, it has sensors. It does not have a sensor up there for collision detection, I'm pretty certain. But maybe Carvana doesn't know that. Alloy wheels, of course it does. Look at the interior. This is GP number 2791. Now, as I've stated in previous videos regarding the GPs were not built in sequential order. So buying a lower number car doesn't necessarily mean you got one of the first ones off the line, and therefore values of these cars are all over the place because everyone says they have one of the earlier ones, when in actuality the earliest ones are currently sitting in the Mini Museum. But that being said, what you have in here is the navigation screen, nice steering wheel, plain steering wheel but with the cool looking notch in the top corner. You have the 3D printed dash panel over here. This is a 2021 model year. There's some staining on the Alcantara seats. This is probably a very well-loved car, which makes me wonder why they would want to trade it in. Overall, though, pictures look very good. Car looks very tidy. I mean, I don't see anything inherently wrong with it overall. It looks like a very nice car, very well put together. Nothing out of the ordinary to indicate problems with the vehicle. Some scraping on the spats, so it might have gotten brushed by something at one point. But for $31,000, you're getting yourself a pretty good GP3. Now, fun fact about the GP3s, they did not have backup sensors. So you had a backup camera, but you didn't have the sensors, so you had to really be careful about backing up when you did. But good looking rear end on that car. The rear spoiler, always a fantastic look. Just an overall very good looking car. Now, if we go over to Auto Trader, we have a private seller car here. This one is also, as always, a 2021. This one's down in Richmond, Texas. Looks like it's a private seller, $38,500. So the values are pretty low for some of these. This one has 24,386 miles. And it does have a few little upgrades, like the stripes. In fact, I would almost wager that I might know who did those stripes if they were done up in Kansas City, but there's no guarantee that this car has ever been to Kansas City. But overall, looks very, very clean, looks very, very tidy. I don't see any real indications of damage to it, or scrapes, or bumps. Just a very, very clean, very, very good looking car. And no staining on the seats either, so that's always nice. I do wish whoever did this made better pictures, but it looks like they photographed it in a dark garage. I do notice it does have a modification. It looks like it has KW coilovers with adjustable camber. So there are some nice modifications on this car. Nothing inherently bad about that. This is actually a modification I would recommend if you're going to track the car or just in general want to have more fun driving it. I do have camber plates on my JCW, so this is another great little upgrade. I don't see any other upgrades aside from the brake rotors. Looks like they might have switched to, looks like two-piece, so there might be Willwoods on there. So that's kind of nice. Overall, very tidy car, very cool looking car. KW toolkit, so that's for the suspension. If I had to pick between the two, now if I were going to be taking this car and as an example turning it into a track toy, I might go with the $31,000 example. It's a little less tidy, but it's a little bit more stock, at least as far as the photos indicated, and I don't think I saw an engine photo in this grouping, so take that with what you will. It might have some modifications, it might not. This one looks like it was well taken care of. The private seller loved the car, took really good care of it, and is now selling it. So $38,500, that would probably be the one that I would pick for the Dream Garage. 24,000 miles, very good mileage. There is, however, one that is going to be available at my local Mini dealership if anyone's interested. And this one has about 18,000 miles, and I think they're asking about 44,000 for it. So it was a recent trade-in, pretty cool car. I've heard good things about it. It was probably one of the ones that was sold at Baron New. So if you might be interested in the one that's at my local dealership, reach out to me. I might be able to get you connected with the people who work over there. And if you're interested in buying that one, that might be a good car for you. But I think this one would be a good car for the Dream Garage. So $38,500 for a 2021 GP3. Great looking car. It's down in Richmond, Texas, if anyone's interested in buying it. 24,000 miles, and it has some nice upgrades on it. Great looking car. That's it for the GP3 for the Miniac Dream Garage. And if you like what you see, check out more content on this channel at the end of this video.